This is River Joe, and this is my primitive winter dugout shelter with fire cave, for lack of a better term. I'd call it a fireplace, but that usually means laying up brick or rock. And basically I have a small cave at a shallow angle, 45-degree angle, and then another very small diameter cave coming in from the top of this bank at a 45 degree. And as you can see, it's drawing quite well, at least I hope you can see. The flames are shooting up the chimney or flue right now. And this excavation is in a sandy bank, what I call a secondary river bank, which is the old ancient riverbed. And at some point in time, the river changed course, and here's a little day shelter I built for since I'm getting I get a lot of perspiration and you need to dry out. There's a thermometer. Can you see that? I guess that's all the zoom we're going to get. Low 20s maybe, mid to low 20s. Over here's the river, and then there's you can't see it so much, but there's a pretty high bank over there. So that river has meandered through the years and moved. We're probably about 15 or 20 feet above water level here. I'll shoot on down this secondary bank. The reason I chose this bank is because it's all sand, and digging under the best conditions is not exactly effortless, but if it were clay it would be almost impossible, especially when it's below freezing. Now there's just a slight crust of frozen earth here, and even last winter when it was very cold, it was just a very slight crust. Here's the tools. I was just going to use a U.S. Army issue pick and entrenching tool, but I went back to the truck and got a long-handled shovel. Now I'm building a little framework over this. I was going to cover it with bark, but I think I'm just going to throw a tarp over it for tonight. And see if I can give you an idea of size. One thing about it, I'm old and I'm overweight, and I don't like crawling in small spaces, so I'll show you how I can fit in here. Now, even with the roof on this, you know, I have to scrunch down a little bit, but I can walk in this trench. This trench serves two purposes. One, so I can walk upright like a Homo sapiens, and two, it brings the combustion air in to this fire cave. Instead of that fire is going to get its air from somewhere. If you don't give it a path, it's going to leak in every little tiny hole you have in your structure. So I'm going to dedicate this trench just to supplying combustion air. Okay, there's a lot of heat coming out of there. Here's my bunk. Here I'm sitting on this bark, and these look like sticks, but they're actually grapevines, so there's some flex to them. I've got some more grapevines over here. So I've got about probably 10 or 12 hours digging this, and I thought I was going to get it done in a day and then sleep in it that night, but I'll pan across here a little bit. There's of course, as I dug, I piled the dirt up on the edge so it'd give me a little more cover. There was my second bunk that I'm not going to do at this time. I'm getting tired of digging. And you can see we're in eastern hardwood forest, well, woods. And we don't have a lot of insulating material. There's no spruce boughs or anything else, so we're using dirt and bark. Thanks for watching.